Yep. I swear I'm going to have to get a new camera or a new cell phone because it just doesn't work anymore. I can't go live on my phone. It doesn't work. It freezes up. So I don't know what's up with that, but something's gonna have to be done. Hi everyone. It's 2:19 a.m. and I'm up working, and I don't know. I need some. I was gonna make this video anyway. Like I was gonna do a commentary track for DC Rebirth because I haven't done it yet, and it needs to get done. It's an obvious one. And oh hi, look at all you guys. Oh, it's great. Um, so I thought I would do it live anyway because that would just be it would force me to get it done. I started it and had a couple of false starts. So welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm Ethan Van Skyver, your host, and I am an artist for DC Comics. I have been for 20 years. 20 years, guys, 20 years. So picture this. It's about 2015, the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, and I'm working on a book called Green Lantern Edge of Oblivion, Green Lantern Corps Edge of Oblivion, and I'm 3 issues into it when Jeff Johns calls me up and he goes, "Yo, buddy," because that's what he does. He goes, "Yo, buddy." He's like, "What's up?" He's like, "Hey, listen, I need to pull you off of your Green Lantern Corps book. I need you to do something with me. It's gonna be big, okay? It's gonna be big. It's a rebirth thing, and it needs to happen. You need to do it. You need to do it." And I said, "Whoa, what's going on?" Now I'm always way behind. I don't follow any of the scuttlebutt. I have no idea what DC is doing ever. I just focus on what I'm doing. So this was all kind of top secret, and it was all news to me. And he said, "Well," he's like, "I'll tell you this." He's like, "It's going to be this gigantic size book. I want you to draw one chapter of it." And he's like, "You're going to get to bring back Wally West." And I went, "Yeah, all right. That sounds great." And that was enough for me. I mean, frankly, the idea of getting to bring back Wally West. So everything else was very compartmentalized and very secret. I said, "Well, what's going to happen? What is this book? And who else is coming back? Are other characters coming back?" And he wouldn't tell me. He just wouldn't really tell me what was going on. So, and that's how he is. He's very secret. So I remember getting a few pages in from him, and kind of loose. Like he kind of gave me a loose idea of what was right before and then right after my pages. But it was kind of important that I just go with it and just do my best without too much information. So this is DC Universe Rebirth. This is the end result of that conversation. This came out, I think, May of 2016, and this was a mega hit. This was the biggest book. Was it? This might have been the biggest book I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of a lot of big books with Jeff. This is the third printing cover, and I chose this one because this is the cover that I drew. Every one of the artists that worked on this kind of got to do a cover eventually because it's sold through so many printings. And let me tell you something, it was a privilege to work with this staff of creative people. To be working alongside these names is an honor. It's a really, really great thing. I was allowed to bring my colorist along, Jason Wright, so all was well. And you know, anyway, we'll talk about this cover again in a second. This book led the way. This book was Jeff Johns being asked by DC Comics to get us out of the New 52, more or less. The New 52 was kind of, I don't know, it was getting stale, but I think the problem with the New 52 was, okay, couple things. First of all, it was way too grim. A lot of darkness in the New 52, and I contributed to it because we talked about the Fury of Firestorm, and that was a very bleak comic book. And I remember saying at the time on Twitter, I said, DC Comics needs to find its smile again. It needs to find its smile, guys. These characters, uh, these are the super friends that are, some time has gone on, but they're still our friends. And right now, I'm getting afraid of them. I'm getting scared of the DC universe. So That was, one of the main mission statements of Rebirth was just to bring back the smile, the happiness, the positivity of the DC universe, but also to reinstate some of these relationships that were fractured and broken and eliminated with the New 52. I mean, if you have Green Arrow and Green Arrow has never met or is not in love with Black Canary, that's a real problem. And it breaks everything apart. And this guy here, Wally West, uh, his relationship to the Titans, his relationship to Barry Allen, the Flash, he kind of pulls everything together, and he's missing. He's missing. So he needed to make a return, and that was, I think, what this book was meant to do. And it was all Jeff Johns. It was all Jeff, and he worked really, really hard on this. And I remember the script taking a long time to come out. I don't think I received all of my pages all at once, and I only drew 13. I think I received my pages in batches of 5. Um, and he really put his heart into this while he was working on the movie and TV stuff. So we open it up here and we see Jeff warned me about this. He said there's going to be this. He's like, it's a page. Gary Frank is a watchmaker, if I remember that correctly, and so he knows watches. And Jeff wanted to. I hope I didn't hallucinate that, but I do remember him saying that Gary Frank knows how to draw the inner workings of a watch, and so he wanted to do this 9-panel grid, which was of course going to set up the thing that he's doing right now, Doomsday Clock. This kind of points the way. So he's like, so after this, your work starts, and here we go. This was, let me actually break this spine a little bit. This was incredible detail. I really just wanted to kick some booty here, and some of it disappeared with the color. But we've got Planet Earth, and then we zoom in closer on Planet Earth, and then Jeff wanted to cut through the clouds, like we're breaking through the clouds, and there's lightning everywhere, and then we just see Gotham City, a shot of Gotham City, and the clouds. There was a bat shape kind of in the clouds here that got eliminated with the crackoom sound effect. Very, very detailed. I just got in there with a tiny little pen and drew all these little buildings here on the coast. And then this shot, he wanted a shot of Wayne Manor, and I wanted to be remote from it, so I shot it from outside of the gate. Where did I get this gate from? Was I looking at like Arkham Asylum, the video game or something? I don't remember. I remember looking up reference for this gate. What does the front gate of Wayne Manor look like? And I got this. Yeah. Ooh, Trajan's here. Is it Trajan? Trajan? Yo, new video is great. Good job. All right, so here's one of my favorite panels. We've got Batman, and he's obsessively watching these videos of Superman, New 52 Superman, who seems to be missing. And so I wanted to shoot from way above, and I wanted to show, this was my little thing. I don't know if it was successful. I don't know if it came across, but it's a little visual pun. All these bats are hanging upside down here, and here's Batman, and then look, his shadow is hanging upside down with the bats. What? Does that work? I don't think it does work for some reason, because the bats kind of get sublimated here. I should have made the bats black silhouettes. I should have changed the focus of everything. So if these bats hanging upside down were like almost all black silhouette kind of things, then the shadow might have blended in with them better to make it look like it was all one. I mean, it still works because it's a neat panel and it's very detailed, but I don't know. My little visual humor, my visual joke didn't come across there as well as I wanted it to. And yeah, everybody wants to redraw, that famous Brian Boland shot of Batman sitting on his throne, watching his computer screens. Everybody wants to do it, and Mark Silvestri did one too, for Batman Black and White. That was highly, highly influential, and of course it influenced me too. This is the new Batman design with the yellow rim around the bat symbol, and this wacky belt that I still don't know how to draw. They showed me the design, and I said, he looks really good standing up. I don't really get it though. Is that belt flexible? I'll show you in a minute. Um, the problem. There's a candy store here, and then there's Arkham Asylum. He's watching over, and he hits a little boop boop boop. And Jeff said, okay, so the one revelation that we're revealing here is that there are three Jokers. And he said, look, there's the Golden Age Joker, there's the kind of Brian Boland, Jim Aparo, kind of Marshall Rogers Joker, and then there's the current modern Greg Capullo Joker. And what we're trying to do is point out that they're all different people, which is Batman's like, whoa, 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 what? And I agree with you, Batman. I'm like, whoa, 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 what too? Like, wouldn't you know? Like, hey, I'm punching a different face here. I wouldn't need a magic chair to tell me that these three are not the same person. But Jeff and I think the editor, did they give me reference for this? I think they did. I think they gave me reference and said kind of we want to do a close-up shot and then we want to do a kind of a action shot of all three Jokers, and that was yeah, it was fun to do. That might have been my favorite thing to do in the whole book, which is why when they said, hey, we want to do a cover where your third printing cover should be the moment where Wally West shows up for Batman in the Batcave, and there's lightning and everything. And I said, oh great, because I want to draw the three Jokers in the background. I want to draw a Joker cover, and they said, do it, and there we go. Yeah, and by the way, I think I drew this page twice, and I probably ripped it up. Don't know, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. And then all of a sudden, there's a little split in the air, a little, little crackle of energy happens there. And Batman's like, hey. And then that just breaks into a lightning bolt coming down. This was fun to draw because it was easy to do. And I was pouring a lot of detail into these pages. Jeff was telling me, I remember saying to him, I want to, I've got Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps now to draw. I've got the first few pages of script. So maybe I don't know, I'll get through these 13 pages real quick. I'll get to that. He said, Ethan, this is important. This book is important. And I went, oh. And look, when Jeff says that, his voice is his words are like lightning. Not everything is important, but this is important. And I didn't know how important it was. So I refocused. Here we have Batman on the floor. We have his big chair tipped over. This is what I'm talking about with this belt. I mean, it's a neat shape, but I don't know what it does. Does it bend when he bends, or is it stiff? I hope it bends, but if I were actually working on Batman for longer, I'd spend more time trying to work out exactly how this belt works. But as it is, I only draw Batman a little bit here and there. Yeah, Bruce, he hears, I'm forgotten. And here's the money shot, and this is what I was this is what I was being asked to do, is bring back Wally West. Now I'm going to tell you a secret about this image that's going to make you hate it. Do you want to know? Maybe you don't. Maybe I should. I won't tell you. I'll keep it secret. But anyway, yeah, this is the return of Wally West as Kid Flash, and what a pleasure it was to draw this, to draw these big Flash Rebirth boots again, to to draw this character. This is a great little hand here. I like this. It reminds me of Joe Quesada, the way he draws gloves. Oh, now you're all saying, tell us. What is the secret? Do you want to know the secret of my Wally West? Oh, you're not going to like it. Yeah, everybody's saying tell. All right, here's the secret of my Wally West. I oftentimes use real people as reference to kind of define these characters apart. Oh, I know, I must be honest. Oh my God. You're adults, you say, you can deal with it. Okay, yeah. This is Justin Bieber. Um, this whole face, his hair, everything from here on out, I went, I think I'm going to use Justin Bieber for reference for Kid Flash. So that's who this is. And yeah, I just thought it worked. I was looking through reference of like teenagers. And I was like, well, teenage rock stars, pop stars. I was looking at boy bands and thinking I want Wally West to kind of look like maybe he's in One Direction or something like that. And then I saw Justin Bieber, and I went, oh yeah, I think that's it. I think that's what I need. So that is Justin Bieber, and it looks great. I don't even see Justin Bieber there, but it was the reference that I used to draw Wally West, and that is why this is called Comic Art Pro Secrets, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Um, yeah, he sneaks right in there. It's subliminal Bieber. All right. So anyway, this took a long time, but it was worth it. I mean, I drew him in there like this. I drew all the lightning first, I think. Then I layered the character in, and then I had to draw the dinosaur completely behind him. I rarely get to draw dinosaurs. This was fun. I got to draw the bat tumbler back there. If you look really carefully, you'll see it. And I asked Jeff, I said, can I draw the penny? And he said, hell yeah, draw the penny. So I drew the penny. And here we are. Here's the. I didn't actually draw this playing card. This was laid in by someone else. I just drew the blank thing. I didn't. I don't know why. I think I just left it blank, and figured the image was on the other side. But when I got the art back, Art Direction had laid in that famous Joker face there. And here, so we have a nice long shot layered across the top. This is called a pancake panel, and I like pancake panels for long shots. They're super wide screen, so you can draw a lot of background, and a lot of foreground too, and make it work. And here we have more Justin Bieber, and Batman is just like, sing baby, and he's like, I thought, and then boom, electricity right through his midsection. Yeah, I maintain Batman's kind of bat cape here. I think. Did I or didn't I? I can't remember. I'm known for drawing Batman's cape a certain way, which is to make it look like bat wings. And I can't remember if I had the balls to do it here or not, because I knew that like this was Greg Capullo's Batman, and I don't. I think I might. I think I might have chickened out. I think that might just be a cape. Okay. Um, yeah, this was interesting. So, and the thing about it was I think I was the lead artist because my stuff kind of got sent to everyone else. Like I established how things looked, and then that got sent to Phil Jimenez and to Gary Frank and the other artists on the book, Ivan. So this is Wally just being eaten up by the Speed Force, and as he disappears, you just get this flash of his little origin here. There's Joe Chill, there's terrified little Bruce, and there are his parents, and then way blurred out, there he is, just the famous shot of him kneeling among his dead parents. Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at your comments. Okay, so this all leads to Doomsday Clock. I mean, that's what's amazing about this. Jeff had this whole story planned out way back, even back then. Um, Batman looks and he sees a note from his father, Thomas, and I believe that disappears. That's pretty cool. That looks good. And now I got to draw the origin of Little Wally West. This across the top is a very stylized Carmine Infantino cityscape for Central City. And Jeff said, I want you to look at the way he used to draw those buildings. And, they're just very skinny little skyscrapers in the background. And there was always this kind of like blank area of land. And then in the background, there would be these kind of skyscrapers. And I saw all the dialogue that was going to go in this, all the captions that were going to go in this skinny little panel. And I went, I'm not drawing detail. I'm just going to do it like that. it'll look nice and stylized, but most of it's going to get covered over. So we only need to subliminally put this in someone's head. Yeah. All right. So here's the moment, and I got to redraw these panels, and what fun! What fun! I love this. I love little Wally West meeting Barry Allen for the first time. Um, it's really really great. It was fun. I mean, all of these panels is just classic Silver Age stuff. This here, what's this? It's a misprint on his eye there. But this here might be my favorite panel in the book, and Jeff loved this too. I said, look, like this is like an 8 or 9 year old boy who's meeting like his idol. Like this is his male role model, and look at that. Look at the like I'm hanging out with the Flash. Oh my goodness. Uh, yeah, this is ridiculous here how this happened, and also his facial expression. But I was true to the original panel. I when Carmine drew this, I mean, the face was meant to be disbelief, but it looks like mild amusement to me as he gets splashed with chemicals and hit with the magic lightning. Uh, this was really good though. Wally, are you all right? Yeah, I think so. Good face here. And this is another one of my favorite panels that I've might have ever drawn. Like this version of Kid Flash when he's still wearing the red Flash costume is rock and roll. Like this little boy here, he's just popping his ring, and then he's got the little Flash costume. Look at the determination and the kind of like like on his face. He's like, I'm the Flash. It's just wish fulfillment. It's just so cool. I love DC Comics. I love stuff like that. So, here he is, yeah, transitioning from the, kind of chubby little Kid Flash into the Kid Flash that joined the Teen Titans. Um, was this something else I had to redraw? I think so. I got to draw those Teen Titans, the early Teen Titans. Um, Boy, look how cool Wonder Girl was with that ponytail. Yeah, this was a cool team. We should just bring it back to this. Everybody wants to redesign these costumes and like trash it up a little bit. I mean, just make them way more complicated than they need to be. There's nothing wrong with any of these costumes. They all look cool still. They all look cool to me. I don't know. Um, yeah, Wally's at the hospital. He's got his health report here. I don't know what this is all about. Then one day the skies turned red, and Barry died saving the universe. Now this was a combination of like an entire page in Crisis. Like, I was it Dr. Light who handed him. Who was it that handed him Barry's ring? This was a blast to draw in any case. I mean, I got to draw some of these little crisis-y figures in the background. This was just great, having him hold Barry's costume, and so fun. I mean, DC's great. Yeah, and here he is kind of growing into the role. This is more like the Wally West that I knew. Jay, I'm no longer Kid Flash. From this day forth, the Flash lives again. He stepped into Barry's boots when Barry died, and he became the Flash. And I had to be careful of all the details here because, yeah, he's got, Barry's belt. He didn't change it for a little while. This was taken straight from, Linda Park's first appearance. They gave me reference for that. I downloaded all these books digitally so I would be able to redraw things that needed to be redrawn. And this was that weird fight. Was a Mark Waid, I think Salvador LaRocca panel, series of panels. Yeah, this was all Salvador LaRocca that I had to redraw, I believe. And I hooked it up. Let me tell you, I took panels that were huge in the book and I drew them real small. Wally looks cool there in his shiny new getup. Look at Linda's like tousled hair. She looks sexy as all get out. And then the kiss, like, yeah, it looks great. It looks awesome. And then I had to draw this other hack. I had to redraw this guy here. This was good because I really don't like this double page spread. I don't like it. It didn't turn out great. I'm not thrilled with a lot of my work in Flash Rebirth. So getting a chance to go and redraw some things, even though this is like small, this used to be a 2-page spread, drawing it as a pancake panel. fixing certain things that I would want to change a little bit. I was able to do that. And I think this panel looks much, much better than the 2-page spread that is in Flash Rebirth, even though it looks, it's the same. You know where this is from. It's kind of a famous shot. I've done some iconic stuff in my day. I got to redraw the Flashpoint cover by, I think, Andy, or it was Andy Kubert. And yeah, this is fun. Oh, look at that. Nice. These are all tiny little panels. Tiny little panels, because I had to break it up with this lightning bolt right down between these 3 panels of a lightning bolt. Nice shot of Flashpoint here. The Thomas Wayne Batman, and Shazam. God. I want to spend my life drawing this stuff. I really do. Oh, my last page. And my last page is disappointing because it's just a tiny little Wally West tumbling through the Speed Force, and there wasn't much to do. I just had to draw this, and this, and this, and then a tiny little dot right here. And by the way, this page right here, I was paid the same amount for this page as I was for this page. Same amount of money. It doesn't really matter what's on the page or how much effort you put into it. It's just a page, and they figure, I guess, it evens out in the end. The crazy thing was, after we got this original art, after the book came out, we did what we normally do, and we sold the original art on eBay. These pages fetched an incredible amount of money, these 13 pages. And this page here, I was almost embarrassed to sell it, because, it was just little Wally West. This page alone, I think, got $450 for the original art. And I was just like, what? Like, everybody just wanted to own a piece of this. That everybody knew that this was, an important book. So, yeah, what a privilege. And so I don't want to comment too much on what other people did in this book, except to say that I love Gary Frank, and he's so much like I'm glad that I went first and not last, or not after him, because he's so good. And this is just a master class in comic book storytelling, and just I really, really love the way he draws. I really do. And then you've got The Greatness of Ivan. This is a terrific 2-page spread here. Of course, he's going to draw Aquaman, and he does that really well. And then, boom, Phil Jimenez. Is Phil the oldest of us? Like maybe Gary is. But yeah, he got to draw the moment that made everybody cry in this book. And if you haven't read this yet, I won't spoil it for you. It's really good. And I think everybody basically got to do 13 pages. I think Gary Frank might have gotten to do more, because they were planning, where to go from here. And Gary was going to draw Doomsday Clock. But Dan, what can I tell you? The epilogue. Was there an ad for me in here? Hey, where's the Hal Jordan ad? Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Green Lanterns, Batman, Teen Titans, Flash, Titans. Nope. No Hal Jordan ad. Oh, that's weird. Chapter 1, Lost. Gary Frank, he did the first page, and Ethan Van Sciver. Let's just zoom in on these 2 names together. Yeah, that's great. So this book came out. It came out with like 3 different printings to begin with, like 3 different versions, and then it's sold through 5 printings. 5 printings. This book it just didn't stop selling. It was just dynamite. And it's funny, it's like I went back before I started this live stream, and I went to check my cell phone to see if I still had, because the messages, sometimes when I get important messages from Jeff or Dan DiDio about a project that I'm going to start, I keep those messages on my cell phone, and I kept Jeff's for this. It's great. He was asking me about the new baby. Ava was just born. I went back and listened to it, and it's like, yeah, that there he is. That's team leader right there, Jeff Johns. Um, Inspiring, supportive. He gets his artists um, motivated to do great things, and he is. That's why he is who he is. So this was great. Now I remember when this came out, it was only $2.99, the original first printing, but then all subsequent printings went to $6. Thank goodness, because the $3 was killing our royalties. I mean, it's like the book sold through the first print, and we went, yeah, it's great, it's selling real well, but it's $2.99, and we've got to split it like this many ways. When it went up to $6 and then sold through another four prints, we were quite relieved, and the royalties from this book alone were astronomical. Just for my 13 pages, they were amazing. Um, and it changed everything. I mean, it changed the way where DC was going from here. So, yeah, good stuff, man. What a great book. Did you guys all buy it? Let me see what you guys are saying. Did you cry during that moment? Yeah, I did. I cried. Floofy Kun says Ethan got punked. I did. I got punked. There's no ad for my book in the back here. And I think the actual reason why is because my book was the second. I think it was in the second month. These are all the books that came out in the first wave. And Hal Jordan came out in the second wave. But boy, I would have liked to have seen an ad. for, ooh, look at the veins in Jessica's neck here. Yikes. Scary. Yeah. So I don't take it personally. Yeah, everybody got it. Good. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, my voice is cracking a bit. Are you choking up? I am. I'm choking up. Yeah. Choking up. I hate that Jeff doesn't write as much anymore. I hate it. While we were doing this, I said, we got to do more stuff together. He's like, I'd love to. He's like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. Let's do some Flash. And he was like, I don't know about that. He's like, me, I'll write you a Wally West one shot. And I was like, I don't know. And I regret that to this day. I regret my, I don't know. I would have loved a Wally West one shot following this from him, but, he immediately got very, very, very busy, and it was hard to get another script out of him after that. I think Doomsday Clock is going to be his ultimate thing, you know. So what stories can we look forward to being done by you in 2018 EVS? All right, so to heal him, my immediate plan is to do I'm doing a 4-part story for Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, which I begin this coming week. And that'll be enough for a little while, and then I'm gonna see. I'll probably be working on those issues until May. More Green Lantern? I don't know. I might be making a move. I might move on to a new character. I just want to stay energized and stay creative. That's the key thing. A run on Green Arrow? Yeah, sure. I mean, if Percy's writing it, he's fantastic. I'm not going to spill. I already know what it is. I have to pretend that I don't know and that there's no set plan. But I know what I'm doing. What character besides Hal would you want to tackle next? I'd like to tackle Jessica Cruz. Look at her. I don't look at her. Yeah. Trajan, your channel's great. I have to say, I looked at your followers, your sub list. You've only got like 100 and something subs. You guys, all Trajan, Trajan, go subscribe to his channel. I like his voice. There's just the right bit of vinegar and bitterness to it as he talks about the problems in the industry. He's sharp. He's smart. He's really, really great. I would go. You guys all need to subscribe to Trajan right now. and check out his new video. Hmm. Yeah, that would be fun to go do Martian Manhunter. All right, guys. I gotta get to work here. But I wanted to thank you guys for joining. If you all on your way out could hit the like button, that would be very, very helpful on this video. And thank you so much for joining me. And this video will be available, I guess, in 30 minutes. All right. Good night, guys. Bye.